provides detailed instructions or directions on how to perform a specific task or activity. And then the primary purpose of a procedure text is to guide the reader or the listener through a series of steps in order to achieve a desired outcome. For example, if you're looking for a tutorial how to make an instant noodle, you can find it easily by the productive text because it gives the instructions and the directions in detail. And then next, where we can find the procedure text. So procedure texts are commonly found in so many contexts, in a very various contexts, including the instructional manuals, recipe books, user guides, technical documents, and online tutorials. For example, like the user guides. For example, you buy a new phone, and in the box, you have to turning the phone on, and then you have to charge the phone. It has the guide, right? If you're going to make like instant noodle, on the package, it already explains the direction on how to make the instant noodle, etc. Okay, understood?
Understood.
Okay, great. Next, what is the purpose of procedure text? Apa tujuannya procedure text itu? So, procedure text is very essential for conveying the information effectively and facilitating the completion of task and process. Whether it's assembling furniture, cooking a meal, operating a device, or performing a scientific experiment, and it also serves as an invaluable resources for individuals seeking guidance. So, it's very essential for you guys to know because I've ever experimenting like lots of things. Like for example, if I wanted to looking for a direction or instruction to make a instant noodle. For example, this is a Korean instant noodle. I think it was same with the one that Indonesians have, but it's actually different. When I make it in Indonesian way, the taste was terrible. So you have to looking for the direction and instruction on the package. It already explained by the productive text, which is very effective and it helps us to facilitate it while we're going to cook it. Okay? And then next is how to make a procedure text. So here are the rules or some keys for you guys to make a procedure text. So this is like the easy way to go on. So there is 5. Can you guys read it? Or maybe you guys can open your smartphone and read it one by one. So the first one will be read by Talal, second will be read by Rifa, third will be read by Raisa, fourth will be read by Randy, and the fifth will be read by Man. So yeah. First, Talal, time is yours.
The first is clear and concise language. Procedure text use a straightforward and precise language to ensure clarity and understanding. Complex terms or jargon are often avoided or explained to make the instruction accessible to the wide audience.
Okay, next.
Number 2 is sequential order. Instructions are presented in a logical and step-by-step sequence, following a chronological order of actions. This helps the reader or listener navigate through the process without confusion.
Thank you. Next.
Imperative mood. Procedure text typically use words in the imperative mood to give direct command or instruction. This encourages action and prompts the reader or the listener to follow the steps outlined in the text.
Okay, great. Raisa. Fourth, Randy.
Visual aids. In many cases, procedure texts are accompanied by visual aids such as diagram, illustration, or
outcome-oriented, which is the ultimate goal of the procedure text, is to enable the reader or the listener to be successfully accomplish a task or achieve a specific outcome. Therefore, the instructions provided are focused on the practically and the effectiveness. So, do you guys understand of these 5 key features? So, yeah, I'm going to explain it more widely. So, the clear and conscious language is very needed because we are the readers. We need to achieving our goals. By achieving our goals, we have to use the clear and conscious language so many people can understand. So it's more likely easy to understand. Okay? So the second is the sequential order. So the instructions are presented in a logical, which is we can think by our own mind. We don't have to ask, but we can just understand it easily by our own mind. And the third is the imperative mood. It's typically used the first in the imperative mood to give a direct comments. So, in every direct of procedure text is encourage the action. So the action is really, from 1 to 5 is really, berurutan. Yang mana urutannya itu it would be wrong. So that's the right step based on the guide instructions. So the fourth is the visual aids. So if you guys read it and there's just a written instruction, it would be boring, right? We are a human. We are a visual human being, which is the fourth point and very important too. And the last is number 5, is the fifth, is the outcome oriented. Just like the number 2, the goal needs to be successfully achieved. So these all whole points are very important in making the procedure text. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay. Lastly is the example of procedure text. So here I'm making a very simple example of procedure text. It's just how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. PBG. Anyone likes it? Have you guys ever heard about PBG?
Peanut butter with jelly?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's my favorite thing.
I don't think I like it.
But have you ever heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Yeah. So I usually call it as a PBG or peanut butter and jelly, but I'm just going to make it in general ways. So here's the example of procedure text. Back to the text. First is the ingredients. To make the people understand how to make the right amount of the ingredients of peanut butter and jelly, we have to explain it right here. Like how many is actually optional. You can add like a 3 layers, 4 layers, but here I'm making the general way, like what I've said. I'm making the simple one. We need 2 slices of bread. What kind of bread? Everything like wet bread, white bread, or sourdough bread, correct, and anything. The second one is, of course, the name is peanut butter and jelly. We need peanut butter and jelly. So it might be not very common here in Indonesia to find a jam that has texture like a jelly, but you can also use the general jam, like what you've usually found in the supermarket. So next is the steps. So the steps, it should be berurutan from 1 to 6 and etc. So the first one, to make a peanut butter and jelly, we have to take the 2 slices of bread and lay them on the clear surface, like on a plate or talenan, whatever is it in English. And then the second one, using a butter knife. And then you spread a layer of peanut butter evenly to laying slowly the peanut butter on the bread from one bread to the other bread, whatever how many you wanted to. And then number 3, spread a layer of the jelly or jam onto the other slice of bread. So you have peanut butter laid already on your bread, and then the other bread needs to be laid with the jelly or jam. Number 4, carefully place the 2 slices of bread together because the peanut butter side facing the jelly side. So there is 2 bread. Here is the peanut butter laid and here is the jam laid. So it should be facing each other like this. And then number 5, press down gently to seal the sandwich. After facing the 2 bread, you have to press it gently so to make sure that the peanut butter and the jelly are not out of the bread. It should be like this. It should be like tight and you can eat it comfortably. And then number 6, it's optional. That's why I wrote it here optionally. You can cut the sandwich in half diagonally for easier handling. Like the triangle of the bread. That's what you usually do on your toast, right? And then this is actually enough to make a procedure text like these 3 things. It's like the theme, the ingredients, and the steps. And here I'm making a little note, just like for mencegah hal yang tidak diinginkan. I'm making this note is adjust the amount of peanut butter and jelly according to personal preference, because we all having different taste buds. So that's why I wrote it here. I didn't give like how many spoon we should add the peanut butter, how many spoon I should add the layer of jelly, because it's a personal preference. I like sweet, it doesn't mean that my readers like sweet. I don't like sweet, it doesn't mean that my readers like sweets, etc. So, I think that's all. Is there any question, you guys?
No.
But you understand what I mean, right? Okay, great. Then I think that's all for today's meeting. And then the next is the conclusion. Anyone wants to read it?
Me.
Yeah, Liza, go ahead, and it's yours.
Procedure texts play a crucial role in disseminating knowledge, accelerating learning, and empowering individuals to perform a wide range of activities with confidence and competence. Whether it's learning a new skill, completing a DIY project, or following a recipe, procedure text serves as invaluable guides in our daily life.
Okay. From here, from the conclusion, I would like to explain and I want to give a little more lessons from today's material is that right now, in this 5.0 era, we can learn from anywhere, by anywhere, because we can find anything easily from online textbook, from social media, from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and etc. So we can learning a new skill and completing, for example, like completing a DIY project, following a recipe if you want to have like a cooking skills, and then to learning a new skill. For example, you want to learn French, you can do it on an online application that serving a French language features. And if you wanted to complete DIY projects, for example, you wanted to make your own phone case, there is so many features and so many inspiration you can find from online, etc. So don't be lazy, student. Your era was so easy. Then your grandma, then your grandpa, then your great-grandpa, and your great-great-great-great-parents. So that's all from me today. I've asking and you guys has no question. So yeah, thank you so much for today. I hope you guys have a great